Hi, this is your announcement for August 27th for Philosophy 101. Okay, so this week we begin Module 2, and the question that we are going to examine in Module 2 is what is knowledge? Module 2 is broken into several parts here. So this is going to take us a while. Okay, so the first part of Module 2 is Module 2.1, which is what we will be doing this week. All right, so Module 2.1, the text will be reading, and we'll be reading the full text of Meno. It's a text called Meno, M-E-N-O, written by Plato, who was an ancient Greek philosopher. All right, so this is real. This is a real philosophical text, which was written in ancient Greece and written in ancient Greek, and it's been translated into English. Okay, so it's going to be very important that when you read the text, that you take your time reading it, and that's why this module 2.1, will actually take us 2 weeks. Okay. So we're going to take our time on this. One thing I wanted to point out, because a few students, and this is always an issue every semester, is that students are not reading every page of a module. Okay, and actually, I know what many people do is they will simply go to the right hand section in Canvas and just click on assignments that they have to do. Okay, and if you do that in our class, you will not be successful. Okay, so what you want to do every time is to go into modules. Okay, so on that left hand menu under home, you'll see modules. That's where you want to click. All right, and then you just scroll down to where we're at, which is Module 2, What is Knowledge? And you'll see, and you just start with the first page. Module 2, Overview and Objectives, gives you a nice overview of what we'll be doing. And read that through, and that's for the entire module. Okay, and then the next page is your Module 2.1, Meno, Learning Activities and Assessments. Okay, and that is a critical page for you. Do not skip reading this page, because this is where all your materials are, because we don't have a textbook. So I provide you all of the sources for the course. Okay, so read this through carefully, read my introduction, read the objectives. All of that is there for a reason. Okay, and then you get down to the learning activities and assessments. So this is where you're going to find, I have a video commentary, which is a little lecture about the reading that you are to watch. And then there's also a video, a real short snip video, where I show you how to navigate in the text. When you get to the website where the reading is, I just tell you how to navigate through that. Okay, so, and then following that are the assessments, okay, and then also your reading materials. So there's Meno Part 1, and then there's Meno Part 2. And I also have some, I didn't do a video for Part 2, but there are some notes that I've included. I highly, no, not highly, you're required, okay, to read those through, because my videos and my notes I put there to help you to interpret the reading. Okay, and if you don't watch that, you're going to miss very important information. All right, so it's just like going to class. Okay, so not watching my video and not looking at my commentary is like you skip class that day if we were a face-to-face class. Okay, and then you do your reading, and then there is a little slideshow that illustrates part of the text. Okay, and then there's Meno Part 3. All right, so I've broken down the reading into 3 parts. And that's, like I said, going to take us over the next 2 weeks. So once again, just really critical that you go through and read and watch everything that is in these modules. Everything is required for you to do. Everything is there for a reason to help you to be successful. Okay? So I know I'm sort of sounding harsh about this, but it makes me crazy. Okay? Because students skip over this stuff. They think they can just skim through it or not really look at it, and they end up crashing and burning and not doing as well as they hoped they would do in the class. Okay? So that's my soapbox for today. All right, go through the modules, read them carefully, look at everything, read everything, watch everything. Okay, all right. Okay, so what else is there? So for grading, all right, I want to tell you a little bit about grading. I've been doing some grading, and just to let you know that, as you can see, I use rubrics like every online class. A rubric tells you how your work is evaluated. Okay, so before you complete an assignment, look at the rubric so you can see how your work is going to be evaluated. Also, I write comments. I will write comments in specific criteria in the rubric. I will also write comments, general comments, in the assignment. Okay, so those comments, I don't write those to make you feel bad or to criticize you or to tear you down. I write those comments to help you to be more successful. Okay, that's what they're there for. So please don't feel like I'm just criticizing your work. I'm not. I'm just giving you information that will help you to be more successful in the class. Okay, this is a hard class. This is philosophy. Philosophy is unlike any other class you're ever going to take. Everything's abstract. And it can be difficult. So I'm trying to help you. Okay. So make sure you read, look at the rubric. Don't just click on the grade and see what you got. Okay. Look at the rubric and look at the comments that I make, please. Okay. So in Module 2.1, there are two quizzes, two self-check quizzes. They are due, number one's due August 29th, number two is due August 31st. There are also two discussions. The first one is due, number one is due September 2nd, number two is due September 9th. Once again, there's no late work in philosophy. If a crisis or emergency happens, like you're in the hospital, your spouse is in the hospital, let me know. I will work with you. Okay, but overall, there is no late work that's accepted. Okay. So that's our course policy. All right. Okay, so that's what we're doing for this week. I want to tell you I enjoyed grading your Module 1 exercise, and I hope that helped you to think about what a philosophical question is. Overall, I think people did quite well on that. Make sure that when you respond to questions, whether it's in discussion or journal, don't just write one sentence. Give me more than that. Give me a paragraph. And give me examples, okay? Use examples. That's really important. Examples can illustrate what you're saying, whether it's from the text, which is, sort of number one, okay, because that's evidence, or just an example of what you're thinking of. Maybe it's a reflective piece. You can give me an example from, your own life that kind of illustrates what you're saying. And that's relevant more for the journals, okay? All right, I'm going to stop there. This is a long announcement, and if you have any questions or need clarification, please write to me, okay? And I will help. All right, thank you. I will see you again soon.